So after about 6 months of crying myself to sleep every night, after losing about 20 pounds due to the stress, after realizing I was 6 months into this 2-year contract and getting nowhere, I realized I had to do something different. So I remembered part of what I had learned at culinary school. I started to ask questions. And when I started asking questions, oh my God, my staff started getting excited. They started getting creative, like things started to happen again. And that is where I started to learn that questions are the #1 management tool for entrepreneurs. So I'll give you an example. So we were Africa's first all-inclusive hotel. We modeled ourselves after Club Med. So we had to build a kids club. And so I had all these visions of playground equipment and importing all this stuff, and it's 100% import duty if it doesn't get confiscated at customs, and I wasn't sure how I was going to pull this off. So at one of my meetings with my 12 department heads, I said, you know what? We need to build a kids club. And in that conversation, they came up with an answer that was so perfect and so authentic and was so real, it blew me away. Here's how the conversation went. Me, the staff. Okay, guys, we're building a kids club. It's going to be fantastic. I want your input. Who has ideas about how to do a kids club? Silence. Okay. No, guys, really, I want your input. This is going to be fantastic. It's going to make a huge difference to the hotel. We're going to be highly successful. Who has ideas here? Who can help us? More silence. Trying it again here, right? I'm a little slow sometimes. Okay, really, guys. This is important. I want to hear your ideas. I want innovation. I want collaboration. Come on, who has some ideas? Finally, a very slim-looking, Obama-looking manager raised his hand and said, "What's a kids club?" And that second, I learned more management lessons than I ever learned at Cornell. Lesson #1, never assume anything. Always explain everything. Even if you're working in the same culture, the same company, you're dealing with all Americans, there will be a cultural difference somehow between the person sitting next to you and yourself. Always explain everything. Lesson #2, yes/no questions. Closed-ended questions are not doing a very good job at gathering data. Lesson #3, always thank the person who is brave enough to admit that they don't know the answer. And lesson #4 was that I was failing as a GM. And I was into this contract for 6 months, and if I didn't change something, if I didn't change my attitude, I was out of a job very soon. So I tried this again, and this time I changed the question slightly. Back to the scenario. Baraza, thank you so much. I appreciate you telling me you didn't know what a kids club is. A kids club is a place where the kids are going to play. It's going to be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The parents are going to be resting on the beach. The kids are going to have a great time. The reason it's so important that this is so successful is because the kids are happy, the parents are happy. And if the parents are happy, they're going to keep coming back. And we're going to have lots of jobs and lots of money for lots of people in this community. So then the next question was, what do you do with your kids at home? Oh, we go fishing in the Indian Ocean. Oh, we do crab races. Oh, we teach them songs. We teach them stories. We teach them cooking. A whole world of ideas just opened up. And because I had worded the question a little differently, I made it open-ended. We opened a fabulous kids club that was not a Western kids club. It was an African kids club. And the kids loved it, the staff loved it, and I loved it because it didn't cost me an extra penny. And I learned there that the value of asking questions is so important that I made it my #1 management tool. And right there, I vowed that I was always going to be asking questions and trying to get the answer. And that I was always going to invite innovation with open-ended questions. And that's where I learned that the best tool for improving attitude, for improving motivation and focus, and for fostering a collaborative environment is to ask open-ended questions.